Hi, my name is Shelley DeGreat. I'm the HSM, or Hotspot Monitor, product specialist. And today we're going to give you a quick peek on the features that we've incorporated into the new Hotspot Monitor HSM 600 device. This device specifically for the 600 volt rated and below systems, electrical systems. So first thing I want to point out is the form factor. This was a very important feature for us to have a form factor that would fit in the smallest of compartments. So as you can see, we've made allowances for surface mount or DIN rail clip that's all incorporated into the module itself when you get it. So whether you need to put it on the sidewall or you need to DIN mount clip it, you have all the functionality and all the features that you need to access on one side of the module. Another important feature that we integrated into our new HSM 600 is the ability to have an external ambient reference for the calculation of delta T. We felt it was important, and the standards speak to the importance of having delta T as an external reference. So your ambient is now off the profile of the equipment as opposed to being near energized components that will kind of skew that reference, that delta T reference. So in our what we call simple HMI, you will have not only the status indicating light, but you'll also have the ambient reference feature there. So as you, with your 30 mil knockout, find a place that not only can give you good visibility for the status indication of the module, but also it'll give you the ability to measure ambient the accurate way. Another unique feature that we incorporated in this came directly from feedback from end users who told us that they did not want to put extra power supplies and extra wiring throughout their system. So what we did is we integrated through an RJ45 Ethernet cable the ability for the networking module to distribute power and communications to all the remote modules. So there can be up to 12 remote modules in a system. So one networking module and 12 remotes within a system, and you have one Ethernet connectivity between them all. These will all be 600 volt rated Ethernet cables that are shielded. So it can you can literally use one wire to go throughout the entire system for your network. I want to give you an overall description of how we anticipate this system working. You must always have one networking module. This is the bigger module with the inputs, the hardwired inputs for power, for your relays, latching alarm relays, all that coming in here. This will then distribute power to the rest of the remotes that you have in the network, but you must have the networking module first and foremost. This module is usually mounted in perhaps a control compartment or an upper compartment, and does not necessarily need to be in the same compartment as your HMI. You want this little HMI to be as close to your eye level as possible, right? So that you can always see what is going on with the health of the equipment with the LED. But having this in the networking module in a compartment that is easily accessible, not with live components, is really ideal, because at any given time you may have an alarm that got latched and you'll need to reset it with the mechanical push button or with the web utility server. Another great feature that we've incorporated is the ability to have an external ambient reference. This is external mounted off the profile of the gear, where we are getting ambient reference in a more accurate way. Having the ambient too close to energized components can give you a skewed reading of delta T. So we wanted to make sure that external ambient reference was as accurate as we could possibly make it. So in this simple HMI, we have the ambient reference as well as the status LED. The LED behavior will mimic in a series of blinks and solid LED behaviors that will mimic what is going on inside the equipment. Another fantastic feature that we incorporated into the HSM 600 is what we call the latching relay. A latching relay means as temperatures escalate on your thermistors, if it ever escalates above your high programmed level, then the alarm is going to latch. Not only do you see this via any hardwired, anything that you've hardwired into your contacts here on the green terminal block, but it also latches mechanically inside this device, and in fact all of the devices. Now, if you have a network of devices, not only you can set it up to where they are independently released via this reset push button, or the whole network can be reset and released with a push of the networking push button. Embedded within each networking and remote module is a temperature, ambient temperature, and humidity sensor. We use these two sensors to calculate dew point. We chose to do it this way because we felt like the return of a calculated dew point value to the user is more impactful when they know the actual condensation risk within the compartment. So returning the dew point and allowing you to return a value, a warning value of as it's escalating to a dew point, you get alarmed before it actually hits that dew point. So we wanted to make sure that we returned an actual dew point value in lieu of just an ambient and humidity sensor value.